Hey guys, welcome to Cape Cowl Cafe. I'm Nemo, and today I am joined by Dylan Seek, and we are going to be ranking all of the live-action Spider-Man suits on a tier list. If you guys enjoyed the video at any point today, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button, but let's hop right in. All right, first up on the list, we have the wrestler suit from the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. I think it's a D tier. I don't like it that much.
I would put it an F, personally. I don't like it at all, but I also do kind of hate on the Raimi movies more than most people do.
I do as well. I think the reason I put it in D is because it's better than some of the other homemade suits on this list. Like, it still has the classic Spider-Man colors. You have the red and blue. You at least have a logo on there. And, like, it's fun, but it can't really be taken that seriously, so it's going to be near the bottom of the tier list. All right, next up, we have the first costume from Spider-Man 1. I don't know. I think it's just the definition of okay. It was their first attempt. It's more professional than some of the costumes from the 70s, like with Nicholas Hammond. But it's still kind of really janky, if that makes sense.
I agree. I've never really liked the way the webbing looks on that suit, which I know people really love that, and so I think that's kind of my hot take. I've never loved the way the webbing like sticks out of the costume.
Yeah.
I like it when it's like actually a more part of it, whereas it has like this texture on the costume. I've never liked it all that much. It looks very rubbery.
I like the idea of raised webbing, but like this is too much. It's too raised. Like the Brand New Day suit has raised webbing, but it's like way more subtle.
Which, to be fair, it does look like a high schooler made it, but that's also why I don't like it, because it looks like a high schooler actually made it.
Yeah. So we're going to throw this into C tier. All right, next up, we got a very divisive costume, and that would have to be the Spider-Man suit from TASM 1. Now, I'm just gonna say, I love this suit.
I do too. A tier. Haters can hate. The suit's goated. I don't care if it looks like a basketball. No one's ever said a basketball looks terrible. All right, listen. I'll take this suit all day, every day, over the Tobey Maguire suit. I said it.
It just looks so sleek, and it complements his more like slim, athletic build, and like I don't know, the way he moves when he's wearing this suit, he's like so spider-like, and it's just...
And the lighting in the movie on the suit, the way it reflects off of it, it's so good.
I love how his lenses are like a different color depending on like, you know, how bright the scene around him is. Like at night, they're like a really reflective dark blue, and then in the daytime, they kind of look more yellow. It's so cool.
I don't care how bad the Amazing Spider-Man movies are, they're still so enjoyable to watch just because of the suits.
I don't even think they're that bad. All right, next up, we have Tom Holland's homemade costume from Spider-Man Homecoming.
S, next question.
Yes, it is an S tier. Like, this costume has so much charm and personality to it, even though it's just a hoodie and sweatpants. But, like, it's just so fun, you know?
Is it crazy if I said that this costume has the best eyes of any Spider-Man costume we've ever had in live action?
That's a little crazy, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
It's got so much swag to it. It's just stylized and cool, and I love it.
And
I love it.
Like, out of all the homemade suits that we've gotten, this one actually delivers with the tech and the gadgets. Like, you know, there's like the really clunky over-the-wrist web shooters. You got the mechanical lenses that like focus in and out. And like, it actually looks like a homemade suit that serves a purpose instead of just like, oh, I put a wrestling mask on my face. Like, there's actual like stuff to talk about here.
It might be my favorite live-action Spider-Man suit. It's really high up.
Really?
It's really high up there for me. I don't know if I'm crazy for saying that, but I just think that this suit, it's super unique, it stands out, and I think it does the homemade suit job perfectly and accurately to what a high schooler of Peter Parker's caliber would have actually created.
I love how it's kind of like an inverted version of the Scarlet Spider suit. Because like instead of the blue vest, we got like the red one. It's so cool.
That is a nice touch too. Yeah.
All right, next up, I'm about to be redeemed in all of you MCU haters' eyes. We have the Iron Spider suit. I think this is straight garbage. Going down in F tier. It's terrible, okay? It just, like, why is, like, the metal smooth and bending and stuff? It just looks weird, you know? And he's not Iron Man, and the Iron Spider suit from the comics clears this easily because it still looks like fabric, and Spider-Man should always look like fabric.
Okay, the Iron Spider suit from the comics does clear, but I love the Iron Spider suit. I do. I like the arms, man. I'm sorry, the arms are just cool, okay? It's the metal arms. If you put the metal arms on any one of the Spider-Man suits, I'm thinking they're dope. And I like the gold on the suit a lot, which the comic suit looks a lot better because there's a lot more gold. But live action Iron Spider suit, I was super hyped when you got this in Infinity War. It was such a good moment. I like this suit. I'd put it much higher, but I am frustrated they didn't just copy the Iron Spider suit from the comics because I think that one is a lot better. I'd put this suit at like a B personally, which is probably a lot higher than most of y'all would put it, but I like it a lot more than most people do, and that is unfortunately my cross to bear.
I just like looking at this right now, I genuinely cannot see what you see. Like, all I'm thinking is, how dare they use the classic Ben Reilly logo from the Sensational suit on this monstrosity of a costume.
But look at the way it blends into the pants and the rest of the suit, and it's the big spider across the like it just blends so perfectly with everything else.
I feel like this would have been way better if they got rid of some of the lines, they made it more simplistic, but also if it was just like red, gold, and black.
Okay, I agree. Red, gold, and black would be better than the blue in this particular case. But the spider logo, the way it's big on the chest and feeds out to the rest of the suit, that just goes hard. It just goes hard.
It goes hard, but on other costumes, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree here. All right, next up, we have the critically acclaimed, the beautiful, the sexy TASM 2 suit. Like, we can't add to the discussion about this. Like, everyone knows how beautiful this costume is.
I didn't know it was possible to be sexually attracted to a Spider-Man suit until I saw this one. Honestly, they were about to have to yank me out of that theater. It's so gorgeous.
If I ever went to one of those like museums where they have like the suits on display, first off, I'm breaking through whatever glass case there is. I don't care if it's bulletproof. I'm getting through, and I'm gonna do PG-13 things to that costume.
If I ever went to one of those museums that's all the suits all lined up, every suit I stand in front of, it'd be like Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse. My head would be below the eyes until I get next to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and the eyes would be lined up perfectly with the Spider-Man suit because it has chosen me. That is the best Spider-Man suit of all time.
Or is it?
Next to the Homecoming suit, because that one's still better.
I don't know. Like, so this one obviously is going at S. Like, there's no debate there. I think this is my either second or third favorite because it goes back and forth every day. You know, with how many Spider-Man suits there are, you're bound to change your opinion. Now, with this one, I think what makes it really special is like not only the velvety dark red, that it just has that nice shine to it, but the eyes. Because for the longest time, we were stuck with the freaking triangles of the Raimi suit, and then TASM 1 have, you know, the sunglasses. These are the nice, big, and buggy Spider-Man lenses that really remind me of the artwork from Mark Bagley. It just looks good.
The way Andrew Garfield's like emotion and expression is shown in this suit, like that also just puts it above the others. And that also might just be Andrew Garfield's performance, but like he was saying about the eyes I feel like really help give that expression that Andrew's going for when he's acting in it. And it kills. It kills.
All right, next up, we have the Spider-Man costume that appears in the final scene of No Way Home. I'm talking about the final swing suit. We got the red, the shiny blue. It's classic Spider-Man brought back to the big screen. Like, I know a lot of people say that this one's an S tier, but it's just an A for me, and it's just because I'm not really sold on the shiny material of the blue. I feel like it's a bit much. I feel like it could have been higher if this was actually a physical, practical suit that was worn, but this is an entirely digital creation. So I feel like that's going to bring it down from the S tier category. It's got to go in A.
100%. We need to get back to making physical suits, okay? The DCU Lex Luthor has a giant physical Iron Man suit, essentially.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, freaking Buzz Lightyear suit. I need a Marvel to go to infinity and beyond to make some better suits again, because they used to be good, but we got to quit with the digital. Although, Brand New Day is looking pretty good.
All right, this next one is a suit that we actually disagreed quite a bit on, and that would have to be the Night Monkey suit from Spider-Man Far From Home. And look, it's a black suit, it's cool, like it doesn't look ugly, and I like the idea of Spider-Man having a shield suit, but the plot reason for this costume is just so dumb. And also, obviously, it's one of those costumes that was added into the movie to sell toys, but what do you think, Dylan?
Okay, listen, you wanted to put it at F, but you wanted to put it at F not because the way the suit looks, but because it was just in the movie to sell toys. If we're talking the way the suit looks, I think it's a solid C, B tier suit. I think it's fun. I think it's different. And listen, I understand a lot of the times in the MCU, they're putting people in all these different suits for the sole purpose of selling toys, okay? But hear me out. I have no issue with that whatsoever because I like seeing different suits on screen. If I'm just seeing the same suit every single movie, that's fine. I'm not complaining. But seeing different suits and getting a little bit of variety, I think is cool because over the years in comic books, we get to see the characters look so many different ways based on different suit designs, different artists drawing the character. And so in my opinion, one of the best things the MCU does is giving their characters all these different suits because it's the closest they can get to allowing different artists to show their take on the character.
You're right. I shouldn't be just thinking about the toys or the dumb plot reasons. It looks pretty cool. It's just like it's not my cup of tea. So I think C tier is perfectly fair. All right, next up, we have the main costume from Spider-Man Homecoming. I love this thing. I love this thing so much. It really is kind of a tragedy because this suit looks this good only half of the time, because for the rest of the movie, it is painted over with CGI, and they're just covering up this masterpiece when they should just let it breathe on its own.
Yeah, I feel like this was right around the era where the MCU started really using CGI for everything instead of physical props, and they actually couldn't figure out what to do because they had a good-looking physical prop, and the artist just kind of went a little crazy and decided to CGI over it. He couldn't help himself from just covering it in CGI. It looks great. I like the blue. I actually like the little black on the outside of the suit, which most people don't like. The little bands.
I like the bands. It's a cool idea. With this suit, like, the only thing that I could point at and nitpick would be the extra lines on the blue sections. I feel like we don't need those, but if anyone's really mad about the black bands, like, why? You know, they break up the red in a nice way, and like, it's not like the red needed to be broken up, but it adds that extra something that makes this design stand out from the others, and it gives it its own identity, and I think that's really cool. S tier. All right, next up, we have the symbiote suit from Spider-Man 3. I think this one it's all right. You know, you guys are absolutely going to destroy me in the comments for this, but I do not like the layout of the Raimi suit. I don't think that it looks good. It's too angular. It makes him look too angry, but it kind of works for the black suit, you know?
My favorite Raimi suit is the black one. The issue is that it's not really a good looking symbiote suit because it is just the suit but black. But at the same time, the suit all black looks pretty damn cool.
Like, would I have preferred the classic black costume with a giant sprawling white symbol? Yes. This is pretty badass. Like, come on.
Yeah, like, I'm not mad at it at all, but I'm when you look at it and you know it's Venom, you get kind of mad at it. But just looking at the suit on its own, someone pulls up to the club wearing that, listen, they're going home with whoever they want.
The thing I really like about it is how they make subtle changes from the classic red suit. Like, the eyes are a little more elongated, a little more angry looking. The spider logo has like the extra little curls at the top of the spider legs. It makes it look more edgy. And when you watch the movie and you see how edgy this version of Peter Parker is, it fits.
It makes you want to dance in front of a cafe.
Cape Cowl Cafe.
Oh, that was good.
B tier. All right, next up, we have the main costume from Spider-Man 2 and 3. And like I just said before, I'm not a huge fan of this costume. I know you guys aren't going to like that opinion, but you guys are blinded by nostalgia, all right? Like, the movies are pretty good, but they're not the masterpieces that you say they are.
Okay, Spider-Man 2 is.
But Spider-Man 2 is a masterpiece because of everything around Tobey Maguire, not because of him. He is not a good actor. He is acting like a cardboard mannequin in that movie. It's the writing and the script.
When you think about it, Spider-Man 2 is kind of like The Dark Knight.
Yeah, it is.
Everything besides the main character is really, really, really good, and the main character is solid, but just gets washed out by everything else. Okay, but like the train scene's cool, but like every time Doc Ock is on screen, it's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, but see what you just did there? Did you compliment Tobey Maguire? No. You complimented somebody else.
I'm sorry.
Around him.
Tobey Maguire, I think, is great, and I obviously appreciate his Spider-Man for nostalgia, but he was too old for it, okay? And it was at the time, the 2000s trends of adults playing high schoolers, but in this movie in particular, man, they looked old for playing 15-year-olds.
Yeah, and a lot of people who, like, they get mad when somebody doesn't like the Raimi suits or the Raimi movies. They act like, you know, it's because, oh, we're too young to have appreciated that. Nah, all right? I grew up in the early 2000s. This was my Spider-Man, but growing up and taking off the rose-tinted glasses, I realized it's not that good. And this suit his eyes are triangles. Like, Spider-Man does not have triangles for eyes. Like, open your eyes and take a good look at it. And is it really that good?
Everyone loves the Michael Keaton movies, but everyone admits that the suit not being able to turn his head, it was an okay start, but it's not going to last for a long time. This is our first live-action Spider-Man movie. It's a similar situation. It was a good start, but it is not an all-timer.
And again, the raised webbing, too much. You know, it looks like our main hero just walked out of a 3D printer. It doesn't look good.
It looks like he used a hot glue gun, like every kid in the 2000s, to do some craft.
So because of all that, I'm gonna have to throw this one into B tier. Like it's not terrible, but it's also not exceptional.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we just roasted it so hard they're surprised we put it in B, so maybe they're okay with that.
Yeah, you know, I'm covering all my bases. You know, for people who are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just said that about the suit. Here you go, here's your B tier. But it's also not an F tier, so you're welcome.
It's still below the TASM suit, haters.
All right, next up, we're going to be talking about a suit that is actually bad, and we will be hating on it. We're going to be talking about the red ski mask from TASM 1, because that's all it is.
It is literally just a red ski mask and a leather jacket. I mean, the leather jacket looks good. You know, Andrew Garfield rocking that, but it's not even a suit.
Isn't the costume supposed to separate the superhero from the criminal so the police know who to not shoot at? Like, he just looks like a common thug here. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get mugged when I see this guy. Like, if this guy were to like swoop in while I'm getting mugged, I'm like, oh great, this guy called for backup.
Also, why the beanie? What was, I mean, he's wearing the ski mask over his head with the beanie over the ski. I mean, sure. So anyways, this suit's an F, or this mask, or this whatever
piece of fabric that's attached to his face is an F tier.
Yes.
All right, next up, we have the integrated or the hybrid suit, whatever you want to call it, the gold and red one from the ending of No Way Home. And I know a lot of you are expecting me to hate on the suit because, yes, technically it's over-designed, and it does share some of the same design elements of the Iron Spider suit. But you know what? I like it a lot. We're going to throw this one into A tier. It just looks cool. I can't explain it.
I mean, do I need to say anything? I'm the one guy in the universe that likes the Iron Spider suit from the MCU, so of course I like this one. This is probably, it's next to Homecoming. It's up there for MCU suits for me. I like this one a lot.
I feel like this is what the Iron Spider suit should have looked like because this is a lot closer to the comic book design. Like, I know we're adding black, but it just looks more simple, even though you have some extra lines and stuff, but at least they like actually stuck to a color palette instead of just throwing a bunch of it on the suit.
I just like the gold logo in the middle. It just looks cool.
It looks cool. And one thing I really like about this costume is the back logo. So they could have just gone with a solid gold logo like they did on the front, but it's actually black and it's just outlined with gold. I think that is so freaking cool. It just... All right, next up, we have the red and black costume from Spider-Man Far From Home, an absolutely terrible Spider-Man film. But this suit, it bangs, you know?
It's one of those suits where when you first see it, you're like, man, they're getting rid of the blue. And then you see it red and black and you're like, damn, red and black looks good. Like, we all love the red and blue Spider-Man, but red and black will never not look good.
I love the textures on the suit. And like, yeah, we have a bunch of those lines that are, you know, famous on MCU costumes, but here they're like the pattern. It looks like a woven web, just like on his torso, like in the black sections. I love the way the lines are laid out. Like, while there's like a lot of lines, it still looks really neat and tidy, if that makes sense.
I also really appreciate the subtle white outline of the spider on the logo. I've always thought that was a nice little touch.
They added, yeah, it just really adds a nice level of contrast. And I like to think that they were inspired by the costume from the Insomniac games.
Oh, and that white logo on the back. Looking at it right now, I am staring at Spider-Man's ass right now in this white logo on the back of this suit, and this looks phenomenal.
And one thing that I've always liked about the MCU Spider-Man costumes is the lenses. I feel like they strike a good balance with the shape. Like, they're not too small, they're not too big, and they're not too angular, but they're also not too round. They're just the perfect shape and size. It's just perfect. So I think we're going to have to throw this one into A tier. Like, it's pretty damn good. All right, and lastly, you know we got to talk about it. The movie's coming out soon. We have Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Peak.
Instant S tier.
Peak.
This is the best Spider-Man suit ever made.
It's like they took all of the elements from all of the previous suits and then just put them together and created a masterclass. I know we've dissing on the Tobey Maguire suits quite a bit, but I do appreciate that they took the organic webbing and brought it back after all these years with the Tobey movies, especially after the jokes in No Way Home. I think it's a good little callback.
Yeah, and while I do think that Peter should always start out with mechanical web shooters because it's a good way to establish his intelligence and ingenuity, I like the idea of him developing these new powers and mutating later into his career. I mean, it happens in the comics, why can't it happen in the movies, right?
Absolutely. So anyways, back to the suit. S?
S. Anyway, this is the final tier list. If I put your favorite suit at the bottom, suck it up. You know, we all have our varying opinions. You can just talk about it with me in the comments because I love discussion. I love talking with you guys. That's half the reason why I created this channel. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video at any point today, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button, and drop in the comments down below your favorite Spider-Man costume. And special thanks to Dylan Seek for hopping on the channel. Love doing this. This was so fun. Hope to do it again sometime.
Thank you so much for having me on to the Cape Cowl Cafe. It's been wonderful, and I hope everyone in the comments absolutely loves my takes.
Until next time, we'll see you guys later.